My name's Harriet. I hack your AI, so the bad guys can't. Now, to understand how people can attack or hack artificial intelligence systems, we really need to understand machine learning, because when most people talk about artificial intelligence, they're actually talking about machine learning. Welcome to my channel. I'm Harriet. I missed the boat in computer hacking, so now I hack AI instead. And I'm here to help you understand how you can secure your AI systems from attackers. So we've talked about artificial intelligence being this big umbrella term for a vast amount of technologies that end up with this goal of artificial intelligence. But one of the most important technologies under that artificial intelligence umbrella is machine learning, because usually that's the capabilities that most people are referring to when they talk about artificial intelligence. Or right now, it's certainly the aspect of artificial intelligence that is really leading the way in innovation and cutting edge. Machine learning models are things like transformers, which underpin large language models like ChatGPT. Machine learning models are the ones that enable computers to learn over time, basically. So a good way of thinking about machine learning more generally is that they allow models to learn a mapping between input and output data. So machine learning broadly is the ability for computers to learn by themselves. But this isn't the way that humans learn. When we're talking about teaching a model, models are a lot more stupid. They really need a lot of help. So let's start by dispelling a lot of different terms we hear associated with machine learning. The first one, neural networks. So this is a kind of machine learning model or technology that's based on the human brain, which is the original biological intelligence, right? And so in the brain, you have different neurons connected by synapses that move information from my eyeball through various different layers until it's able to interpret what I'm looking at. So just like this, an artificial neural network is comprised of many layers of artificial neurons that perform calculations at each step, transforming data as you go, so that when it's trained with a lot of historical data and it sees a new piece of data, it's able to correctly interpret what that is. We often hear deep learning in this context because you tend to have neural networks that are many layers deep. This is what makes them more accurate. You wouldn't just have a one-layered neural network, although you could. There would typically be at least a few or maybe dozens or more layers deep. A convolutional neural network is another term you might have heard of, and this is just a specific type of neural network that employs a specific type of mathematical calculation when it transforms the data that basically convolves the data. So this is really good for compressing high-dimensional information like videos and images. Some other important terms associated with machine learning are supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. Supervised machine learning is basically where you have to give the model a bit of a helping hand. This is where it's really important to label your data. So if you're teaching a machine learning model to differentiate between pictures of cats and dogs, I need to label all of the cat and dog images that I'm feeding it so that it can see them and understand what's different about them. However, in unsupervised learning, basically throw a bunch of cats and dogs at a model and it would be able to sort them into different groups. It wouldn't know one's a cat and one's a dog, but it would see that they're two different kinds of animals. So this is why supervised machine learning approaches are really good for prediction and classification, and unsupervised approaches are really good for clustering and finding hidden patterns or trends you mightn't have known about. Reinforcement learning is basically where you're giving an agent a goal and something to help it track that goal. And over many iterations, it basically learns through trial and error to do something well. This works in a lot of games and gamified environments and tends to be one area where AI alignment people are more concerned. Here are some examples of this. Comment down below what other questions you have about machine learning. If you want to support this channel, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.